Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna. I'm a little bit spooky, and today we are elegantly spooky with a nearly full face of Charlotte Tilbury products, and we are gearing it towards the Walk of No Shame color story, because your girl got her little paws on the Walk of No Shame quad, and yeah, we need to do something with this color family. So yeah, if that interests you, just go ahead and keep on watching. But before you do, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below, would you like to see some more dupes of Charlotte Tilbury products? Because I can definitely do that, especially if you're interested in the Walk of No Shame palette. I'm going to try to track down a nice affordable option for you. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the makeup. Okay, good morning. It is morning. Look who is back on her morning schedule. This girl. So I am very much inspired today to do an almost full face of Charlotte Tilbury. I have a good selection of products. I just don't have every single piece. So I think the only things we'll be missing is like foundation, concealer, and powder. But just about everything else will be from Charlotte Tilbury. And what spurred this little video on is that my best friend Chandra gave me Walk of No Shame quad. She gifted me the Walk of No Shame eyeshadow quad. I'm very excited about this. And so I have to use this, and we have to do a whole look centered around it. I have the Walk of No Shame lipstick already and the lip liner, so we're gonna just do a full beat here with centered around this palette. So yeah, let's get started here. I've got a hair stuck to my face. I also used a sample I had of the Magic Serum from Charlotte Tilbury. It's nice. I liked it. Very glowy. It's a beautiful skincare item, like kind of skin prep. I enjoyed it. I was like, you know, just on first impression, like, that looks nice. That looks nice. All right. Anyway, I'm going to start with the eyes today. And yeah, because I'm also doing a foundation wear test. So we're going to be just skipping the complexion portion of the video. So let's go ahead and just dive into this beautiful palette. I think we will start with the number 1 shade, which is what? So we have the Prime shade, we have the Enhance, Pop, and Smoke. Let me give you some swatches really quickly of this palette, just because I know it's been out a while, but you know, we gotta do some swatching. So here is the Prime, really pretty glowy warm champagne with a bit of a rose in it. Then we have the, what we got here, Enhance. Ooh, that's such a beautiful warm, kind of a satiny metallic. Like, it's not overly metallic, it's more of a strong satin. We'll do Smoke next, which is number 3. Ooh, beautiful cranberry. And then we have Pop, which is a bit more of a high shine, kind of pinky champagne type shade. A little bit like a rose gold shade, rather. That's gorgeous. Really pretty. Nice formula on initial feel. They feel pretty comparable to what I have in my Longer Eyes to Kill palette. I can't remember. Smoky Eyes Forever. Like, it's pretty similar. I think these aren't quite as silky feeling, but still feel really good. So let's go ahead and start with the Prime shade. So yeah, I'm going to take the Prime shade and kind of focus that on the lid and a little bit up into the crease. I'm going to use a Sigma diffused crease for this. We'll see if that might not be the best. So we're going to take a little Sonia Kashuk kind of flat shader brush, lay down brush, and go into the Prime shade right here, which is the more champagne-y tone. And we'll just take that kind of all over the place. I have primed my lids with NYX eyeshadow primer and just a little powder over top. This has a really nice little mirror in it as well, so it makes it quite easy to do your eyeshadow. That's pretty. It's just a pretty sheen, that nice wet sheen I like in an eyeshadow. So I'm just going to pull that kind of up and out. And there's no matte in this palette, I don't believe. These are all either kind of a softer satin finish or a shimmery finish. Just gonna dust that all the way up to about the transition area. Maybe I'll take a diffuse to crease here and just dust it. There we go. That's nice. That's pretty. It's that kind of pretty, just soft. Kind of the color I've been like into lately, just for on the lid, is just kind of a soft champagne-y glow. I don't know what's gotten into me with that, but it's kind of been my thing lately. Yeah, this is very more of a pearly finish, pearlized finish. I can see this being a nice type of formula for mature lids. Pretty nice base shade to start. Let's go over to the Enhance, and I think I'm going to apply it kind of on the inner corner, a little bit into the crease and transition. We'll see. We'll just apply it and see where it takes us. I'm going to stick with that same brush. I'm just going to pull it right in here. Oh, that looks nice right there. Yeah, that's pretty. And some right here. I'm not mad at like an all metallic eye these days. Like, or kind of a sheeny finish. I don't know what has gotten into me, but I'm kind of into that. Blending very easily, as expected. That's pretty, just a beautiful warm tone. Love it. This right here is a pretty look to me. And I think this could be more of a springy summer kind of color story if you just stuck to those two shades and just left out maybe the smoke shade. That's the more cranberry tone. And this looks really nice. And I know I'm fully aware it's like spring right now, and I'm in a sweater and doing a smoky look. But girl, it's so freaking cold. We had a freeze warning last night. I'm freezing. It is cold. I am so ready for like actual spring to start. We had some nice spring weather. It totally just got us all excited for the warmer season, and then what happened? Freeze warnings. Like, are you kidding me? Why is it so cold? Yeah, these are definitely applying with that nice silky feel that Charlotte's eyeshadows tend to have, where it's a very thin formula that just flows on and blends very effortlessly. They're not powdery. There's usually not any kick up or fallout with her shades that I've noticed. They're just very easy to work with eyeshadows, which for the price point, they better be easy to work with, you know? Very nice. Like, just these two shades be great for just day to day if you like these kinds of tones. There's a nice nuance to them where they're not just, it's not just like a warm shade. There's a pinkiness in it, there's a redishness. It's got a little nuance in there, which I appreciate from an eyeshadow. And it's not given like pink eye look or anything. Alright, I'm going to bounce back into the prime shade. Just come around the edge here. Soften that out. I love how glowy this looks on the eyes. Just softly, just radiant is what it looks like. It's very radiant. And let's try some of the smoke shade. I'm going to use my same little Sony Kashuk brush. Kind of keeping it a little simple. We'll take a little bit of the smoke shade and I'm going to pop it right out here on the outer corner. I'm going to tuck it right there and let it flow. And that adds a nice little bit of depth in there. It's not super dark. Just gives a little bit of a nice depth. A nice little hint of smokiness. Very pretty. No patchiness, just applying how I expect them to apply. Not disappointed at all. Just warm goodness. I'm going to take the Pop shade now. Put down the center of the lid. And that has a little bit more sparkle to it than the others. Like it has some pinpoint kind of micro glitters within. Very nice. Nice bit of glow in the center there from that one. And a little something special with those micro glitters. Oh yeah. Very elegant feeling. And so easy to apply just with the finger like that. Heck yeah. I'm going to add a little bit more of a smokiness with a bit of the smoke shade. I'm going to take a bit more of a concentrated brush. It's like a Morphe 506. And just tuck that right in there. I'm going to go to the lash line a bit just to build that up. I know it looks a little messy around the edges. Don't worry, we'll fix. I'm just going to get it on. Yeah, these shades are not enhancing any texture or anything on my lids. I do have a bit of crepiness on my eyelids and the inner parts, and this is not enhancing it at all. I love that rose gold tone in here. That looks really pretty. We'll take a bit of the prime shade right here on the very inner corner. Okay, and I'm going to grab my nice fluffy brush and just make sure everything is looking nice and smooth. Gorgeous. Love it. Amazing. If you have blue or green eyes, this palette is going to make them look, it's going to make them pop. Heck yeah. Love it. Am definitely enjoying it. Okay, let me do a little bit of eyeliner. I'm just going to grab my Pillow Talk eyeliner. I don't have the Walk of No Shame liner, but I don't think the color is that much different from what I've seen. I think they look almost exactly the same. I'm just going to take a little bit right here at the lash line. Mine's drying out. I mean, I've had it for a good while. I mean, look how little it is. Just going to put a little bit right at the root of those lashes on the outer corner a bit. Get a little depth. So if you have like the if you have the Pillow Talk eyeliner, I don't think you need the Walk of No Shame eyeliner. Nice dupe is the NYX Epic Ink Gel Liner or Pencil Liner in the shade Burnt Sienna. Almost a dead-on dupe. I have a whole like Charlotte Tilbury dupe video that's kind of focused a little bit more around the Pillow Talk collection and some other items. So if that interests you, I'll have that linked in the eye. If you're looking for some alternative products or alternatives from the drugstore, a little bit more accessible and affordable, I got you. And if you would like to see a dupe of this palette, let me know, because I will be happy to try to source one and see what we got. Alright, I'm gonna jump off the camera for a minute and do the complexion, as in foundation, concealer, powder, and we'll be back for contour, bronze, blush, and highlights, and then lips. So yeah, all those finishing touches. I'll see y'all in just a second. And we are back for the rest of the face. Ignore how shitty my complexion looks. Being a foundation or having a much of a disagreement. Very strong disagreement, in fact. So anyways, let's try to bring some life back into this face. I pulled a little selection here of bronzing and contour products from Charlotte. I have the I have the Sunkissed Glow Bronzer, which I think, since my foundation and everything is so pale today, I feel like this is going to be too much. And I also have the Nudegasm, face palette, which we may dip into for the super, what is this called? Multi-Glow shade. May dip into that. And of course it's got the two bronzers and the highlight, but you guys have seen me use this one a lot. And we have Film Star Bronze and Glow. So I think I am going to go in Film Star Bronze and Glow for my sculpt today, because I think it'll suit the more fair complexion we got going on today. For just a nice little light sculpt here, I'm going to take I think the shade is called Sculpt. Just dip a little bit into that. And by the way, the fallout was very minimal from the palette after I went in. After I turned the camera off, I kind of, you know, checked under my eyes to see what was going on. I had a little bit drop down from the sparkles from the pop shade, but it really wasn't bad at all. Alright, so I'm going to take a little bit of this just in the contour bronze area. Bronzer. This is still one of my favorite contouring products. Or sculpting products, rather. The highlight in here is #1. In my opinion, I absolutely love the highlight. I want to get her new highlighters, and I'm curious if they are similar to the highlight in this palette, because this is such a underwhelming looking highlight in the pan, but on the skin, oh, it comes to life, and it's like surprisingly beautiful. But yeah, we need some life back into the skin, because girl, I'm looking dead with that foundation. It is not looking good. Do ignore the bit of orange, which I'm trying to hide with bronzer, or yellow, around my hairline. As my vitamin C treatment did that, and it colored my little baby hairs. But yeah, if you want to know my issues with the Revlon Luminance foundation, I'll link the video here, because I'll probably have it up before this video. If not, keep an eye out, because ooh, I have got some thoughts. Alright, I'm going to take my fluffy brush I used a while ago, take a bit of the bronzer shade, just come right here. A little bit of lift. Now, I didn't have to do my eyes first today with this look, which I found to be the case with most Charlotte Tilbury palettes. I can do my complexion first, but the thing is, when I do my complexion first, it makes my eyes water really bad, and I don't know why. It makes no sense to me. But I can do my eye makeup, no watery eyes, no issues, and then do the complexion. But if I go vice versa, my eyes are going to be pouring. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it's not getting as close to my eyes with the product or what, but that has just been a thing lately. So I guess I'm just an eyes before makeup kind of girl forever, whether I want to or not. Take a little bit on the nose here. I do also think, you know, the shade I got was a bit pale for me, which is not something I'm used to, is foundation being too pale for me. It doesn't happen very often. So I need to bring a little bit of shape back into my face. Yeah, this is seriously such a good contour shade. Like, it has just a kiss of warmth in it, but it's sculpting at the same time. Like, it's just right. Bring down that big ass jawbone of mine. Okay, and we'll come back to this for the highlight in a moment. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my lower lash line because I kind of forgot. I got started with the bronzer and trying to bring some life back to this face that I just need to do that. It needed to happen. I'm gonna take the Pillow Talk eyeliner real quick. Just run it right here, the outer corner. I'm going to take a small little detail brush. I'm going to go into that smoke shade first. I'm going to tuck it right there in that outer corner. And just pull up and out with it. Connecting to the upper lash line. If I wasn't reviewing that foundation, I would wash my face and start over. Because that's how bad I think it looks. Like, it is. Ooh, I'm getting madder by the second looking at it. Okay, now take a bit of the Enhance. Just warm everything up a bit. And we'll go with a bit of the Prime. the inner part. Let that just blend over. Nice. I'm gonna stick a little bit of the pop shade. Just put a little bit like right here. Nice little glow. Now for blush, I'm actually gonna take a little bit of the lipstick in Walk of No Shame, because I don't have a blush that will work with this, and I actually don't have a real blush from Charlotte Tilbury. I have the Multi Glow, and I don't have anything that is comparable to the Walk of No Shame blush, so I feel like we can use the lipstick and that would be fine. So what I'm going to do is scribble a bit on the back of my hand. Which is a really pretty kind of warm berry color. Almost like a burnt berry. And I'll grab a little stipply brush. Just take one of these from e.l.f. I'm going to work it into it. We'll just tap that on. And that works really nicely. It's a little bit pinker in the eyes, but we'll bring some warmth in from that Multi Glow product and really balance it out. But to get a nice little flush going, I think this will do just fine. So, fun little hack. If you don't have the proper blush shade and you like a monochromatic vibe, lipstick exists. And you can treat it like a cream blush, and it works. That's actually a pretty blush. Blend that in just a little bit with my sponge. Get it to marry into the skin nicely. Yeah, that actually makes a really pretty blush shade. Okay, now to kind of add a little more warmth in, to go kind of tie into the eyes a little better, we'll take the Multi Glow here from the Nudegasm palette, which is just kind of a warm peachy highlight type shade. It is not the most unique thing in the world. You can definitely find something like this from a multitude of brands. But what's unique about this palette is the formula. They are like a baked gelée formula, and they're just so, oh, so nice. So what we do is pop that over that. It gives it just a bit more of warm appearance. I'm gonna over applied. And it just kind of ties into the eye a little bit better. It's also hiding the fact that there's zero coverage on my cheeks. Very blushy, goes with the eyes really well, in my opinion. Okay, so now that we got that done, we'll take a little bit of the highlight from the Film Star Bronze and Glow. Just chef's kiss, one of the best highlights ever. I said what I said. We're just gonna hit those high points with this. Kiss the brow bone. Like, this is truly a smooth, just wet looking highlight. Underrated. Well, I mean, this palette did get a lot of hype when it first launched, but nobody talked about the highlight in it and how good it was. So I'm quite curious to see if her individual highlights have that same feel. They're in my cart currently. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. I'm really liking the eyes. Okay. Now we can move on to our lips, but look what a pretty highlight that is. I mean, it's so smooth. So for lips, we're going to use Walk of No Shame lip liner, of course. Needs a little sharpen. I actually have two of these. I don't know why, but I do. I did like a huge swatch fest yesterday of some lipsticks. So my lips are a little dry, so I had like a pile of lip balm on. This is such a good lip liner. I do enjoy the formula of Charlotte's lip liners. They're very nice, very long wearing, And this shade, what I like about it is that it's somewhere in between a red and a softer kind of blushy berry shade. Like it falls, it's a very nuanced color. It's not something that I come across often, and there's something very kind of unique about it. I find it quite a unique shade. Like there's a bit of brick in it, but there's still a berry in it. And it's not too deep that you couldn't wear it like every day, just out and about. Right, and the lipstick. I mean, that's a gorgeous lip color. I think we almost mimicked the blush shade by mixing the lipstick and that multi-glow. Yeah, I like that. I think that looks really pretty. All right, I'm gonna throw some mascara on. I think I want a little bit of some eyeliner, just to kind of frame the eyes a bit. So I'm gonna take just a bit of some brown liner. I'm gonna take Creamy Cool from Huda, just because it's right in front of me in the brown shade. Look at just a little bit more darkness right here and kind of in the tight line. So I'm gonna go off camera and put on my mascara, and that will be right back. I don't want to subject you to me tight lining because that is traumatizing. Okay, mascara is on and the magic of tight lining with a little bit of brown eyeliner. For mascara, I did use the new Maybelline Surreal Falsies. Really liking this one. I found a great trick with it because it can clump up on you the more you layer it. It's very buildable, but it will kind of chunk up. Clean spoolie right through, fluttery lashes. But yeah, it is a pretty legit mascara. You know, I'm still loving it. I mean, got my length, I got volume. More could ask for. Okay, so some finishing touches now. I'm gonna just hop back over to my little eyeshadow palette. I always feel like after I put mascara on everything, I kind of want to add a little bit something else, especially if you want to get the lips on. Just hitting that inner corner one more time. I'm going to take some of the, actually, highlight from Film Star Bronze and Glow. Come right here under the brow. I'm just having fun at this point, just playing. It's more of the Enhance shade. Take his hair down. Let's see what's going on here. We've got some big hair today, and I am, of course, not mad at that. I love having some big, voluminous hair. And okay, I think this is our look all complete. What do you guys think? I think this palette is just so pretty. I think it can lend itself really well to a spooky girl aesthetic with these reddish tones, and I also think it can look very elegant at the same time, and just it kind of ticks all the marks for me with an eyeshadow palette. I like that it has that reddish undertone though. I think that's really pretty, especially on blue-green eyes, or if you're a bit more of a deeper skin tone than me, be beautiful on you. But I like it. I think this is kind of an elegant, elevated, kind of a spooky girl look. Like this is gothic elegance going on here, just depending on how you accessorize it, but it's my vibe by far, and I'm really liking it. I think we got the cheeks working for us to match with the eyes. Everything's tying in together. We got this nice monochromatic vibe, which I love. And I think that you could definitely get some versatility out of this palette, even though it's kind of a one type of color story. You can definitely just do a nice everyday look with these top two shades, and then enhance things and amp it up with these bottom two. And I think it's a really pretty color story, and you can get a little bit of variation with it if you like those tones. I think it's very pretty. The formula, spot on, easy to work with, easy to blend, just effortless. And of course, I love the lipstick. I've had this lipstick a while. I've been a fan of the Walk of No Shame lipstick shade. And yeah, I think this has kind of a spooky red carpet vibe to it. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Of course, Film Star Bronze Glow is a favorite. This is my almost full face of Charlotte Tilbury products. I used a lot of what I had anyway. And yeah, let me know down below if you would like to see some dupes geared towards more of the Walk in No Shame vibes, because I'd be down for it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and stay spooky. Bye now.